Sia has taken to Twitter showing support for Johnny Depp amidst his ongoing legal battle with Amber Heard. It seems the case has been full of twists and turns, and to no surprise, many have come out showing their support for Johnny after tapes were released proving he was in fact the victim. In other news, Rihanna may have had a rough couple of days, but it seems she's bounced back, as not only was her apology accepted, but she's also made it onto Forbes' richest self-made women list, joining some very impressive company. And Demi Lovato is having some issues with her now ex-fiance and has decided to get into contact with some lawyers as she's looking for some legal advice. I'm gonna tell you guys all you need to know right now in InformOverload. What's happening, you delicious potatoes? I'm your host, the one and only Potato King, Jared Bronstein, and today we're trying something a little different. You guys seem to be enjoying our weekly roundups, so we're trying something similar with this video. Let us know your thoughts down below, and if you guys want to watch some similar videos, click the playlist button that just popped up in the corner of your screen. For now, let's get right into things. So starting us off, we're going to talk about the Sia and Johnny Depp situation. Now, if you've been subscribed to this channel a long time, you probably know more about the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard situation than I do. We've been covering it since day one, and there's so much information to go over, it'd be incredibly hard to summarize. But in a nutshell, it seems as if Amber claimed she was abused by Johnny, and a tabloid also ran the story with false claims. Johnny decided to sue both the tabloid and Amber, and they've been in court for years now. Over the years, we've learned a lot about the case and both people, as recordings of the two arguing have been leaked, as well as information such as Amber taking a dump on Johnny's bed. It's just been like bad vibes all around. However, Johnny has seen a ton of support from his family, former partners, as well as his fans, as we've all come to realize he's been the victim in this case all along. And now you can add Sia to the list of people who have publicly shown their support for Depp, as he's expected to go to trial in May of 2021. Taking to Twitter, the musician tweeted out a YouTube video of Johnny and Amber's arguments, in which Depp is clearly heard as the victim. She then followed up with another tweet reading, I quote, "Just showing my public support for Johnny Depp. I mean, I'd love him to get clean and stop with the jewelry, but he is clearly the victim after hearing those tapes." Aside from this, Sia also called out Elon Musk, tweeting him, I quote, "Also at Elon Musk, didn't you give her the $7 million she donated from her settlement? She still came out $7 million richer. Why are you protecting her? She will never get the help she needs if we all stay silent." It seemed very random, but I'm sure Johnny appreciates any and all support that he gets. Moving on to our girl Riri, it seems as though she is once again making headlines, but this time it's for all the right reasons. For those of you unaware, Rihanna faced a ton of backlash after a song was played during one of her lingerie fashion shows quite recently. More specifically, the song in question is called Doom by Cuckoo, a London-based producer. The song itself used a passage from the Hadith, which is sacred text to the Muslim community, and is seen as a record of what the Prophet Muhammad said and did. Of course, to have women dressed in lingerie dancing around, while a song including a sacred text from a religion is playing, will upset people regardless of your beliefs. And to no surprise, the Muslim community was upset, angry, and disappointed that Rihanna, of all people, whose fashion brand has been built on inclusivity and respecting all different cultures, was playing this song during her show. Still, she owned up to it, apologized for the mistake, and said it wouldn't happen again. And it seems when you handle your like an adult, people are much more willing to accept an apology. And when they do, odds are, your career and brand in general won't be affected all that much. Which brings us to this week, as Rihanna has officially joined some very impressive names on Forbes' richest self-made women's list. Coming at number 33 on the list, the 32-year-old musician turned entrepreneur has a net worth of approximately $600 million. Although she can attribute a lot of her wealth to her music career, it seems a lot of it was also made through her cosmetics line, Fenty Beauty, which has been growing insanely quickly since day one. But it seems the brand is about more than just the money, as she told Vogue, I quote, "We have this amazing emotional connection with customers who've never been able to find their shade of foundation before. Women crying at the counter. It's crazy to even think about. The first woman I saw put makeup on her face was a black woman, my mom. And when I think of my customers, I want everyone to feel like they can find their color, that they are represented as part of this new generation." Riri is also incredibly generous with her wealth, as she's been known to donate millions of dollars to various different charities over the years. Some of these charities include New York's Needy, in which she donated $1 million, $2.1 million to abuse victims in LA, and $5 million to other charities through her Clara Lionel Foundation, according to Forbes. Aside from that, she's been one of the more charitable celebrities when it comes to coronavirus relief, as Riri has dropped more than $8 million in donations. Now you could argue these are all tax write-offs, but they can write off a lot of other things, such as clothes and cars, which I'm sure they do anyway, but at the end of the day, let's just focus on the good here. Rihanna joins the likes of Oprah, Ellen, Celine Dion, Madonna, and numerous others, including Kim K and Kylie and Kendall Jenner on this list, and let's hope that she continues rising up the ranks, because she seems like one of the few on the list that really does a lot of good for people. Like, in general, she's just not greedy with her money. So, that's always nice. And for our final story of this one, we're once again talking about Demi Lovato and her ex-fiance Max Eric. Their whole relationship has been quite messy, as they appear to be head over heels for one another. Then there were claims that Max was just with Demi for the clout, they got engaged, they just recently split up, and now Demi has contacted her lawyers about a potential restraining order, or so it seems. According to E! News, Demi has had enough of Max's attempts to apologize and win her back on social media, as he's been doing for the last little while. Usually in the form of an Instagram story or a tweet, and more recently, there were photos of Max sulking alone at the beach where he proposed to Demi. Either way, it seems Demi isn't buying it, nor does she have much interest, and according to a source close to her, she is having all sorts of issues with Max not leaving her alone. He's been trying to get into contact with her family and friends, and they have all blocked him. She's in contact with lawyers now on what to do. Max, who is an actor turned musician, has been called out numerous times for using Demi and her name to help grow his own brand. Although at the time of this recording, he's still claiming he wants her back and is thanking all the love and support he's received during this tough time. He also just released a song called Afraid, which is all about being afraid of falling in love again. So I mean, I don't know, it seems a little convenient, but also it seems like something Taylor Swift does, so who am I to really judge? Either way, the source continued by telling E! I quote, "Demi wants no contact with Max at this point. She is completely embarrassed at the way he's been acting and putting their relationship on blast via social media. She wants nothing to do with him." Now personally, me guys, I'm a sucker for love, but I also think some things should be kept private, and if Max really is this upset, just take your time and live with your emotions, brother, because it really does look like a clout chasing kind of thing, and even if it's not, you gotta just stay off the socials, because it'll only make matters worse regardless. Like, even if you are genuinely hurting, people don't believe it, so they're just gonna add fuel to the fire of your emotional, heartache. So just take a step back. If you're really hurting though, man, I feel you. I wish you the best, brother. Get over that quick, and plenty of fish in the sea. You'll find someone else just as great. And there you guys have it for this one. Let us know your thoughts on this idea of having multiple stories into one video. Little mixer up, trying to find ways to keep things spicy around here. And yes, I know they have me, your boy. I'm Pepper. I'm the spiciest host in the game, but I'm also the Potato King. And truth be told, from going back to my roots at IO, it really did all start with the potatoes. Maybe one day I'll find that video from 2017 and just read some comments as to how you guys first reacted when I called you potatoes. Let's just say you guys hated it a lot. You guys also hated me. Yeah. It's okay though, because here we are now. Anyways guys, for now let's do some comment replies from the video. Did Kanye West just pass Trump and Biden in votes? Philip Dean Thomas said, if Con West gets in, he will change the name of the White House to West House. Well, that's why he was saying get the West Wing ready. Like the West Wing of the White House, because it's the West Wing. Maybe, if anything, if he actually wins, which he's not going to, but mark my words right now guys, I fully see him doing something, like base it off his daughter, North. He'll have the North Wing, the West Wing, and then maybe he'll find a way to incorporate Kim and his other kids in. I don't know, maybe he'll make it like Kim's South Wing, and then, the East Wing, but it's not the West Wing. Sarah plus the boys said, this is all so stupid. Trump already thinks he could just ignore the votes. Power hungry and delusional people. It almost makes me appreciate Trudeau. Almost. See, I kind of just included this because I think in my 27, how old am I? I'm 26. In my 26 years of being alive, I don't think there's ever been a politician that has been brought up when they're in office and people were just like, they're doing a great job. Like even Obama, everyone looks back and they're like, Obama was great. But very few people that I speak to are like, Obama was the best president. Everyone's like, no, he started war, he did this, he did that. So, in comparison, maybe he was a better president than a lot of presidents we've had, in the past, and possibly the present. But when Harper was in office in Canada as Prime Minister, nobody was ever like, Stephen Harper's, everyone's like, we need the Conservatives out, they're ruining the country, we hate it. And then Trudeau won, and everyone's like, the Liberals, the Liberals. Like, so you're never really gonna win with politics, so. But people say I look like Trudeau, which I never really saw. But if you guys see it, let me know. I think I could ruin a country too. I'm just joking. Kate Ruiz said 50% of adults over the age of 35 become triggered as soon as the elections come. Suddenly everyone's a politician. No, I think 50% of adults over the age of, what is the voting age in the States? It's 18, right? I'm pretty sure it's 18. Yeah, 18. I think anybody over the age of 18 becomes a politician. Like I don't get very political because, truth be told, I don't know enough. I know what I see on Twitter. I know the headlines that I read from like entertainment websites about things that Trump and Biden said and done. But like for me, and I would recommend this for all you guys, do your research. Like go to proper websites. Don't just go to CNN and Fox, because those are the most biased media outlets in the world. Go to both of them and then form your own opinion based on what you read, because one's gonna just talk a bunch of crap about the Republicans, other one's just so anti-Democratic Party. And then it's like, you gotta be like, okay, so what's actually, let me read between the lines here. So all I'm gonna say, guys, is before the election, before you cast your vote, please do your research. Your voice counts and matters. Whatever else all the politicians and celebrities say about voting, how it's important, but do your research. Don't vote based on a headline that you read what your friends are telling you. You gotta do what you wanna do. And now I'm gonna wrap this one up, guys. On that note, I've been your host, Jared Bronstein. You guys been watching I.O. We got some bloopers, and I love you. Sia's taken to Twitter showing support for Johnny Depp amidst his, I always f that word up. It's such a good word and I can never say it. Amidst. Is that how you say it? Amidst? Amidst. It's a good word, but it's hard to say. It looks weird. Dave, I want to tell you guys I love you.
Say it.
I love you. What's happening, you delicious potatoes? It's just such a weird way to start a video, call them delicious. Just who the f says that but me, you know? I don't know, We'll just keep going. I feel like my hat's falling off my head here. Oh, I'm such a bro some days. Just broing out, just being a bro. Sup, bro? I love you, bro. But it seems